بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مشاهدينا متابعينا في كل مكان، أسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. نلتقي معكم من جديد مع سباقات ووش في كل مكان. أهلا بكم. Welcome everyone with Woosh, the Friday Race Club, the main challenge. Welcome everyone from everywhere. Today we have the 45 kilometers distance. There is no climbing today. It's flat race, windy race, and 7 segments. As usual, we have the first 5 segments, short one for 1K. Then we have 2 segments for 10K. The desert ride, then the king of deserts. Today, team lineup right now from UAE Clan Team 1. We have the leader, Mr. X100, Ahmed Al-Taneji, Pablo Popovic, Hassan Al-Rumethi, Yusuf Mirza. UAE Clan Team 2, we have Rinosh, Fadl Amin, Zayed Hamdan, Abdullah Qaisiya, Ahmed A. Draft Team, we have Saeed Savarzada, Rayan Guliano, Edie Val. And Colnago CM Team, we have Julio Origo, Joan Moreno, Victor Ocampo, and Mervin Angarita. We have Danish Pavlova Team, Ollie Jones with Michael Kennetson and Michael Venk. Team NZ, Juan David Vargas, first time racing with Team NZ, Juan David Vargas and Philip Graves and Mitch Ferry. Individual today, we have Rakad Adib and Basha Nasser Al Khalifa, waiting for the last minute. Then we will start. So 47 seconds. Lining up, warming up. The heart rate beat now is 121 with Pablo Popovic. I can see his velocity is 82 right now, repairing himself in 25 seconds to go, counting down. It will be big race today. Speedy race. 12, 10. Mr. X100 here showing. Let's go. So we have today big race start now. It's okay. Mr. X100 now in front with 7.9. Big race starting right now here. It's Mitch Ferry with Mr. X100, Eddie Val and Victor Ocampo from Colombia. Eddie Val and Philip Graves, Saeed Savarzada with Rayan Guliano and Juan David Vargas with very high performance. And today in first time racing with Team NZ, Juan David Vargas and Philip Graves and Mitch Ferry in this team again. Let's go. That Juan David Vargas now is going. His big group is going now. Rakad Adib joining their group. Rakad Adib from United Arab Emirates. He's coming back again. And Mitch Ferry from Australia. Julio Origo from Colombia. With Mitch Ferry from Australia. Rayan Guliano again from USA with Philip Graves from England and Saeed Savarzada from Iran. From Australia, Ferry still there. His big race is going now, is moving with Mr. X100 6.1. It's very high speed right now. So the first segments of the day is going to be in 2.9. So we are now counting down at less than 1800 meters. We'll start the first segment for 1K. So now we can see it's windy area now. Beside the ocean, you can see the right side view. It's showing a very beautiful view right now. The palm trees there. The group riding together, and 15 rider right now in one group. So Mr. X100 there. UAE riders from United Arab Emirates, UAE Clan Team 1. And there is Julio Origo from Colombia. Happy to see you, Julio Origo, here joining the group 1. So now, Pablo Popovic riding with 4.8. Great Pablo Popovic and Victor. Victor showing good. So now Said Savarzada, all of them now in one group, and they are moving to the last 900 meters. 900 or 900 meters, yes, exactly 900 meters. Then we start this segment number one, starting in 2.9. 2.9, so 900 meters. Now Rakab preparing himself. The speed is now more than 41 kilometers an hour, and it's windy area. Look at the heart rate beat, and look at the RPM 72 with Rakab 58 with Mr. X100. It's very hard to spin your legs right now. It's windy area. That's why we are beside the ocean right now here in the right view. Let's go, let's go. That's Mr. Alexander now at the tail of the group. He just repairing himself by 5.2. They are moving by 4.3 in front with Pablo Popovic and Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones and big attack now from Vink. Vink is just starting now this. So now we are going now 400 meters above the start. 400 meters above the start in the first segment of the day. That Vink is taking the lead in front, pulling the group behind. Mr. Alexander now is trying here. So now that Vink is going now, the start line he is in front of us. So now Victor Ocampo. Victor Ocampo's moving and attacking from Colombia's big move from this man, the Colombian rider now, Victor Ocampo, with Philip Graves and Said Savarzad, the three riders crossing the start line. Mitch Fair is there, Eddie Vell joining them with Pablo Popovic, Juan Moreno trying, and Said Savarzad pushing more than 7.3 with three riders now is coming from behind with Mr. X100. Now it's a big attack. It's big attack from Philip Graves. Philip Graves is moving now. Strong, strong indeed. Pablo Popovic is trying to catch him, but Philip Graves, he is going now. He's moving more than 6.7. Is about 300 meters. 300 meters now. There's now a little gap. It's 100 meters gap. So now the gap is about Mitch Ferry and Pablo Popovic. Philip Graves is taking the lead in front with 5.3. Still Mr. Alexander now. He's coming now. He's moving. This is big move from Mr. Alexander. Bravo, Mr. Alexander. This is big move from this man. UAE rider now. He's trying to take the lead. He's taking the lead now. He's in front with 7.7. Bravo, Mr. Alexander. He's going now. He's moving. It's big move. It's coming again from Rakab from United Arab Emirates. Two riders now. They are trying in front. Philip Graves is taking the lead. Rakab and Mr. Alexander. Oh, 7.1. Bravo, Mr. Alexander. Now he's moving. He will cross the line. He's going to take this. Mr. Alexander side by side is riding now. Mr. Alexander and Rakab in the first and second position. Bravo, Rakab. The winner now is 1 minute and 11 seconds with the green jersey, Rakab from United Arab Emirates. He just come back now again, and he's racing individual. And the second position now, Mr. X100. Bravo, Mr. X100 from United Arab Emirates, UAE Clan Team 1. He is now in second position. Juan David Vargas, first time racing with Team NZ. He is right now in the third position. And Colnago CM Team, Juan Moreno, fourth. And Ollie Jones in the fifth position. Mitch Ferry, 6. Philip Graves, 7. Eddie Val, 8. Said Savarzad, 9. And Mervin in the 10th position. The top 10 right now in the first kilometers, the first segments today. So now Ollie Jones, the tail of the group. Mr. X100, he's still now pushing. Bravo, Mr. X100. He's just pushing right now. He's trying to cut the group and staying with them. So now, big move in front with Philip Graves and Vink. Vink who started. So now he's still there. Continue this. And the speed is remaining. No, it's 46 kilometers an hour. And we're just going to start the second segment right now. It's 4.9 for 1K, 5.9. The checkpoint. Let's go, Vink. Vink is trying, but Mr. X100, he's coming. He is coming from behind. It's Pablo Popovic there with 5.1. Mr. X100 is great job. Look at his speed. It's 50 kilometers an hour. He is not that far. He will catch them. And he is going to take the best time. Less than 1 minute 10. By the way, it's now the speed is more than 53 kilometers an hour. In this situation, the average speed in that case, especially, is going to be more than 50 kilometers an hour. And Mr. X100, he will take it. Is reaching now 57 kilometers an hour. Mr. X100 now is 5.6 is 400 meters. Still now 300 meters. Go, Mr. Alexander. Go. Push. You are very near to win this. So now the average speed is more than 50 kilometers an hour. The time is going to be 1 minute and 7 seconds or 6 seconds. Mr. Alexander, he will try, but Rakab Deep is crossing the line. He is the first man crossing the segment number 2 line. So now Rakab Deep, we are looking for the time. It's Rakab Deep, second title for him. So second title for Rakab Deep from United Arab Emirates, from UAE. He just won the second segment today, and still Mr. X100 pursuing him. So now Mr. X100 in a second position, Ollie Jones in a third position, and Philip Graves fourth, Eddie Val fifth, Said Savarzada sixth, Mitch Ferry 7, Pablo Popovic 8, Juan David Vargas in 9 position, and Vink, he just came 10. So now we are moving to the sprint number 3. There's not that long. So still the group riding together right now. And 7.9 we start segment number 3. Segment number 3 waiting for you. So now Mitch Ferry taking the lead in front. That Mitch Ferry is now taking the lead in front. So who's going to win this race? Today it's a flat race. That Hassan Al-Rumethi. I have no idea. There is something wrong with Hassan Al-Rumethi from UAE Clan Team 1. His teammate in front, Pablo Popovic, with Mr. X100. So the third element of that team, he's just crossing the number 2 segments start line. So now that Ahmed Al-Taneji here, Go Ahmed, go. That Ahmed Al-Taneji. يلا يا كابتن أحمد. والله ممتاز. 390 290 إلى 350 واط لحد هذه اللحظة. الأداء كبير. هي الانطلاقة الأولى كانت مشكلة للجميع. نشوف مرة ثانية الآن، نرجع إلى الصورة ونرجع إلى الانطلاقة للسيجمنت رقم 3 والستارت القوي. إيدي فال يحاول الآن من الجانب الآخر، يحاول أحمد الطنيجي أن ينهي الرقم 2 الآن مع الرقم 3. segment number 3 right now we can see this big grooves moving and it's so fast. It's 45 kilometers an hour, and Eddie Valley just trying now to push more. He's the one who crossed the line first. So now the sprint in front of you is only 1K. Bravo, Mr. X100. Yes, exactly. That's what we are looking for. So now Vink taking the lead in front. He was with a 10th position in the last segments. So now Philip Graves behind him. Pablo Popovic and Mr. X100. They are coming from behind. Oh, so brave, Mr. X100. Go. You just push 7.6. He reaching 7.6. Bravo. He is moving now more than 400 watts. It's 400 watts with Mr. X100. He will cross them. He's going. Yes, but Rakab Deep always there. Rakab Deep. He is coming from behind. Oh, Rakab Deep is moving. Rakab Deep moving to cross the line. That's checkpoints line number 3. Rakab Deep and Mr. X100 again. And who's going to take it? Segment number 3. It seems to me between 2 riders. Mr. X100, the best time. Mr. X100, he just matched the time for Rakab Deep. Mr. X100, 1 minute and 14 seconds. Rakab just came second by 1 second behind Mr. X100. I told you that it was brave of you, Mr. X100. Yes, I know him. Yes, now Mr. X100, he just won this in the second positions recover the from United Arab Emirates, and third from England, Philip Graves and Pablo Popovic. So now Pablo Popovic in the fourth position. He just trying two titles for Rakab Adib and one title for Mr. X100. Right now we are moving to the segment number 4. Who's going to take it? Rakab Adib is trying, and Mr. X100 in the tail of the group. Pablo Popovic in good condition. Ollie Jones in first time is trying to take this. He just pushing now. He is pushing Ollie Jones, and there is someone coming from behind. Mr. X100 again. He is coming from behind. Edie Val. He is pushing 4.7. Ollie Jones. He looks strong. And Pablo Popovic is still there. Mitch Ferry. The speed is 41 kilometers an hour. And Pablo Popovic is tracking. Oh, Vink. Vink. Very big move from Vink. Michael Vink from New Zealand. He is going now. Philip Graves is coming with Pablo Popovic. Popovic and Philip Graves, they are coming. Recovered Vib. He just came from nowhere. He is going now. He is moving. He is moving. It's big sprint from this man. Is still there about this section. Still, this man, he will make it. He will make it. That Rakaba Deep, 7.9. 7.9. Rakaba Deep is going to take this, the segment. Segment number 4. Segment number 4. Pablo Popovic is trying. But Rakaba Deep, he will cross the line with the best time. Best time for Rakaba Deep. The checkpoints. Sprint number 4. He will take it. Wow, wow, Rakab. Yeah, now the third title for this man. 3 segments from United Arab Emirates. Mitch Ferry in the second position. Saeed Safarzada third. Mr. X100 fourth. Oh, Mr. X100. Oh, Mr. X100. Again, Mr. X100 maybe. He's the one. Sprint number 4. Sprint number 4 right now. Mr. X100. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Mr. X100. Keep going, but still attacking there. There's one more attack from Vink. Vink, he is moving now with 7.8 watts per kilogram. Now he is in front. Mr. X100. He looked great today and repairing well. So now Michael Vink. He's keep trying, and he's going now. Vink, and beside Vink I can see Philip Graves from England. So Philip Graves also in same move. They are in front, and who's now responding behind? It looks like Mr. X100 again. So 11.8, 11.9. We will start the segment number 5. Segment number 5. And the new rider's going to win this, definitely. It's Philip Graves and Saeed Safarzada, Mitch Ferry, Pablo Popovic, maybe with big surprise from Mr. X100. Let's see. It's counting down. It's 12. Now it's 800 meters. And Mr. X100 is coming. And who's taking the lead now? Mr. X100 with 6.1. Bravo, Mr. X100. Mitch Ferry is racing him. He is coming now side by side. 2 riders in front. Mr. X100 and Pablo Popovic. In same time, you can see the Australian rider Mitch Ferry. Mitch Ferry is moving now. Who's coming from behind? This look like Vink. Vink is moving. Vink is strong indeed right now, and he is coming from behind. And be careful, the sprint. Who will open the sprint now? All of them in a group, in one group right now. Saeed Safarzada with Mitch Ferry and Rakab Adib. Mr. X100 and 4.4. Rakab Adib is still in good condition. But no one now is sprinting. Everyone, they are moving. Everyone, no one's... Oh, Saeed Safarzada is pushing now. 7.9. And in his wheel, Rakab Adib and Vink. Vink is going 7.9 with Rakab Adib 9.8. What a performance, Rakab, today. Rakad today in great position. Rakad, he just won this. Fourth title for Rakad Deep. Rakad Deep from UAE in the second position. Mr. X100 by 1 minute and 25 seconds. Vinky came third with his big move, but finally he finished third. And Philip Graves, he came fourth. And Pablo Popovic fifth, Isa Varzada sixth, and still Rakab Adib leading the group. We are moving now to the sprint number 6, or desert ride. We are moving to the desert ride right now in 15K.9. 15K.9. So prepare yourself. Keep breathing, Mr. X100. It is, I think he can do it. This man, he's strong in endurance events. Let's see. Mr. X100 now in front. With the 6.5, bravo. Bravo, his heart rate. Let's look on 156. Is above the threshold and riding in the red zone. So Mr. X100 now 430 watts. Mr. X100 from United Arab Emirates, UAE Clan Team 1. And 1 kilometers, 1 kilometers and 900. So 1900 meters. Right now is 1800 meters. Then we'll start 10K of challenge. 10K, the desert ride title. It's between those riders in front. Let's go and let's see. Mr. X100, keep breathing. You need to reduce that heart rate beat number. Yes, it's 159. It's 159. Yes, now you are reducing. Bravo, 155. You need 49, 47. You will be great. That will be helping. Keep breathing, keep breathing. You need more, someone to cool. Yeah, you need cooling now. Yes, 148, Mr. X100. Happy to see this. So now, good condition, Mr. X100. Great, 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 great. So he is now in good condition and preparing himself for that 10K. What about the others? They are saying the 3.3 with Pablo Popovic. Ollie Jones, be careful about this man. He's very strong in endurance. So everyone now tracking the watts and the heart rate beat. That Ollie Jones, 157. He looked great, by the way. So now counting down, it's 800 meters, then we'll start. I can see now the start gate in front of us. I can see the gate showing. More breath, more VO2. You need more breath. Go, go. Yeah, bravo, bravo. Mr. X100, you look great, by the way, now. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Last 300 meters, you have to increase it. So now Mr. X100 taking the lead. You have to be the drafting situation, Mr. X100. It's okay. So now Mr. X100 4.9. Mitch Ferry 3.7. Mr. X100 reaching now 5.1. Now 4.9. Mr. X100 again 5. Bravo. So counting down is 200 meters now. The start line in front of us. Let's go. The Desert Ride Challenge for 10K. It is start now. Ollie Jones there, Pablo Popovic with Vink, and Philip Graves, Rakad Deep, Mr. X100 from Australia. From Australia and New Zealand. From USA, from England, from Canada, also from United Arab Emirates, from Iran, all of them now, and Vink, he's attacking. This big attack from this man. So Vink from New Zealand, he's just taking the lead now, he's trying to go. Vink moving in front, Danish Pavlova team. Danish Pavlova team with big attack now is 8.4. 8.4. The speed is now is moving to 43 kilometers an hour. There is no compare. Look at this. It's 600 watt. 600 watt with Vink. What he's doing. What he's doing now. Vink is huge sprint. Still more than 500 watts input. So this man now from New Zealand and Philip Graves behind him, everyone is standing on his saddle. So now Mitch Ferry is trying now. Said Safarzada is trying to join them. The three riders trying to go and break away, but still Said Safarzada and United Arab Emirates now. We can see Rakab Adib and Mr. Alexander. They are coming from behind. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Bravo, Mr. Alexander. Don't let them go. That Mr. Alexander now is very huge move from Vink, more than 600 watt, now by 450. This man, he's fighting now. That the fighter from United Arab Emirates, Mr. Alexander, he will not let them go. He knows himself. He cannot reach that 600 or 700 in that sprint. He's endurance man. He will try now to catch them and he will keep his average. Bravo! Bravo Rakkad. Bravo Rakkad now. 600 with Rakkad. 600 with Rakab and Mr. Alexander is just trying behind him to catch this, and he is doing great job now. 6.5, 7 to 8 with Rakab Deep, but Mr. Alexander is keeping his average. One average 6.5. Yes, Mr. Alexander, you can do it. You can do it. You are doing great, by the way. Oh, Mr. Alexander, he's just pushing now, standing on his saddle. Look at the heart rate beat, reaching the maximum, the max heart rate beat with Mr. X100. Yes, yes, he can do it. He will do it. He will do it. He's moving now. He is moving forward. He is moving forward. Mr. X100. Mr. X100 with 165, reaching that point of heart rate beat, the max heart rate beat. I never seen this man reaching 165, maybe once, 165. Mr. X100, he's just trying and he's pushing now. It's not easy race at all. It is now 450. 450 watt with Mr. X100. It's not easy in the indoor. You're doing this. Now Mr. X100 pushing all what you get. Go, 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 go. This 10K is very long distance. It's not easy even for them. Then in front, they are fighting with Vink. Vink and Saeed Safarzad and Mitch Ferry and Ollie Jones. Only Ollie Jones, he can do it. And Pablo Popovic with them. And they are now by 4.5. And we can see Vink now 270 to 300 watt in front. It's good for Mr. X100. Mr. X100 is coming from behind. He's just flying now behind. He will catch them soon. He will catch them since it's still long distance. It's 10K of challenge. It's not easy to finish. Go, 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 Mr. X100. Go, Mr. X100. Don't lose this. Go all the time. They are front of you. Front, you can see them. You can see them. They are there. You are moving now 400 watt. They are now pushing 280 to 320. So now you are better than them. You can catch them shortly. Go, Mr. X100, go. We are so proud of you. Go, 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 go. Yes, push. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. Push it. Push, push, push and pull. And keep breathing, keep breathing, keep. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at the right window screen. They knows Mr. X100 is coming and pushing, and they are pushing too. So now they are trying to increase the watt more than 450. So in the same time, 400 with Mr. X100. Mr. X100 by 400, and they are by 400. They are trying to keep the gap. But still, Mr. X100 has big chance to catch them and take this title. Yes, he can do it. Mr. Ricardo Deep joining the group, but he's reaching more than 670 watts, and it was so fast. Now it's Ricardo Deep trying here, but Mitch Ferry trying to go, and still Mr. X100 now pursuing the group. Mr. X100 is coming from behind. يلا يا Mr. X100. قدها 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 يا بطل. هم مو بعيد عليك، مو بعيد عليك، قدامك اشوفهم قدامك. خلاص خلاص ما هم بعيد. روح يا بطل، روح روح. 300 متر، 200 متر، 250 الى 300 متر فقط لا غير، وانت الان ماشي افضل منهم. قدها الذئب. روح 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 مستر اكس 100. يا سلام، ممتاز 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 ممتاز. الآن بهذه اللحظة نشوف 347 مقابل 350. الآن أنت أفضل منهم، الآن أفضل منهم. متفيري هو اللي يسحب في الأمام، هو اللي ضاغط. بابلو بوفيتش يتابع في الدرافتنج سيتويشن. وضعية ممتازة. مسك 100 قادر عليه بإذن الله تعالى. روح يا بطل روح. خذ نفس خذ نفس خذ نفس خذ نفس الآن. وهذه 330. ركز على 370 الى ال 400 اذا قدرت. هناك ماسكين على 330 340. اوه، اتاك قوي، اتاك قوي من سعيد صفر زاده. اتاك قوي من سعيد صفر زاده. الان هذا الدراج الايراني يحاول ان يتقدم الان في مقدمه السباق. سعيد صفر زاده يضغط فوق ال 470، فوق ال 470 في عمليه بريك اواي، وهم وراه الان في المحاوله. اذا الان سعيد صفر زاده يتقدم. ركاض الذيب يحاول انه يلحق بسعيد صفر زاده. ميتش فيري وبابلو بوبوفيتش وايضا فيليب جريفز وفينك في هذا الجروب في محاوله البقاء ايضا خلف سعيد صفر زاده اللي ماخذ الان قاب وبدا يوسع القاب ويتقدم. Now سعيد صفر زاده is taking this gap and he's trying and he's pushing. All the group, they are behind him. They are trying to catch his wheel, but he's still moving more than 6.7, which is great. And there's someone coming from behind. It's Rakab from United Arab Emirates. What a performance, Rakab, today. What a performance. Side by side now. Saeed Safar Zada from Iran and Rakab from United Arab Emirates. Mr. X100, he's still fighting and he's still, there is a goal for this man and he's giving himself, pursuing the group one, and he will catch them soon. If will be not catch that group, at least he will do something in this title, the 10K challenge, the Desert Ride. Go, 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 Mr. X100. So now it's 21.7. They are in 22. It's about 250 meters. That's it between Mr. X100 and Group 1. Group 1 now by this man, Saeed Safar Zada, taking the lead in front and opening this small gap. It's a gap. It's still growing a little bit, but still Mr. X100 by 250 meters before this turn. Let's go, Mr. X100, and try to catch them the turn in front of you. So now Mr. X100 will take right turn and they are in front of you by 200 meters. He tried to close this gap, but he's doing great. He's doing great. He's looking for the 45 kilometers an hour with Mr. X100, and they are not that far. It looked like 16 seconds. So in ground, it's about 200 meters and 50. So now Saeed Safar Zada, how long he can stay there in front alone and do it solo. So Saeed Safar Zada, now he's trying to keep it like that, but it's not far. So good. Now the group, they are coming. And Saeed Safar Zada, he's trying to keep himself in front, but unfortunately, he cannot continue and maintain the speed again. So now Vink is moving. I can see right now is 285 with Vink. Vink 285 reaching 340 watt with Vink in a group 1. Mr. X100 now closing the gap and eating 3 seconds. So now it's 13 seconds and it's still now it's 200 and maybe less than 200 meters. Allah عليك يا Mr. X100. الله عليك يا بطل. والله قدها يا الذيب. قدها يا مستر X100. والله انك قادر عليه 400 واط. ما شاء الله، بسم الله تبارك الرحمن. مستر X100 خذ نفس. ماشي والله انك ماشي. وخلاص قربت عليهم. هم منزلين. نزلوا الى ال 220. انت الحين الدبل. انت الحين دبلهم، انت الضعف، تمشي الضعف يا بطل، تمشي الضعف، راح توصل باذن الله تعالى، راح توصل عليهم. وماشي ماشي ممتاز. الله عليك الله عليك مستر اكس 100. Now 5.9. Vinky is just trying with 7, now attacking in front, but Mr. X100 is still fighting here, and he is now reaching 162, riding in the red zone. The heart rate beat is so high, and he is trying to at least catching the group, or he can win. He can win this title, the Desert Ride, the 10K endurance race. It's not easy. Vink, there is something wrong with Vink. Vink, I think he just dropped from the group. He is now dropped from the group. Mr. Alexander is coming from behind. Pablo Popovich, you don't move. You just stay in a drafting situation behind them. Your friend, he is coming from behind. He is just pushing and he's fighting and he's just doing this solo and he's just pursuing this group. He is coming, yes, and 24. It's 24k.5 with Mr. X100. Mr. X100 is coming now. It's about 1 kilometers. يلا يا بطل يا مستر اكس 100 تاخذها، تحاول تاخذها. فينك الحين اللي بدا العمل يحاول مره اخرى انه يطلع ويرفع، يبغى يكون في اقل زمن ممكن. هل يستطيع ان يفعلها؟ فينك المحاوله من نيوزيلندا، المحاوله الاماراتيه لا زالت قائمه. يلا يا بطل، يلا يا مستر اكس 100. اعذرني بعلق بالعربي، مو بقادر لانك انت تقدر تسويها، لانك تقدر تسويها الان. اقل من كيلو متر، كل اللي عندك الان حاول كل اللي عندك. برافو 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 برافو. 444, and they are trying by 442 with Mitch Ferry now. They are about to finish this. Even they are front of you by 250 meters, but at least you are doing now more effort than them. Maybe you will get best time, even you are in the pursuit situation or chasing situation. Go, 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 Mr. X100. Push, Mr. X100. Now it's counting down. It's less than 500 meters. You can see now in front. Go, go, go. That's Mr. X100. They are 200 meters. It's only 200 meters. They are in front of you. You can do it. I'm waiting for the timing now, the 10K time. Who's going to take it? Who's going to take the segment number 6, the Desert Ride? It's Mr. X100. He will try. He is doing now all what he can do. Now he's pushing 400, 450. Go, go, Eddie Val there. The best time with Eddie Val with 13 and 14. We are waiting for Mr. X100. He will cross the line right now. يلا يا مستر اكس 100. يلا يا مستر اكس 100. Eddie Val, the best time with them. Mr. X100 is coming now. Oh, Mr. X100, he's just fighting, but I have no idea if he was for a top 5 or not. That Mr. X100 is coming. He's just crossing this. Mr. X100, where are you? On 8th position with 13 minutes and 33. He is just fighting now. He wants to try to catch this group. Mr. X100 by 424. So now 26.3k is done. It is 20. It's less than 19 kilometers to the finish line. And there is no climb today. It is like a TT race, time trial race in this windy and open area. Go, Mr. X100. Keep fighting. At least you are doing great job today, and you are doing this solo. Now they are in front, they are behind each other, they are tracking each other, they are in drafting situation, but you are doing this solo. It's not easy. I know that very well. An indoor solution with Whoosh, if you are staying behind, it's not easy. Even they are going by 300 watt, you need 600 or 700 at least to catch them. It's not easy. That's why we are pushing you now, and you can do something. Go, go, go. It's 27 kilometers is done. It's still 200 meters. That is exactly so brave and so courageous from you. You are doing this still until this moment. It's 200 meters between the group 1 and Mr. X100, and he's still trying and still keeping himself pushing and pushing, and his heart rate is so high. Now is Mitch Ferry now is in front with 27.5 Ks done. It's covered by Group 1. Saeed Savarzada now in front with Mitch Ferry and Pablo Popovich. Saeed Savarzada, he will try to win this race today, but this big sprint with Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones, this man is with big sprint and strong sprint and long one. So now Pablo Popovich, he will try that Vink here from New Zealand with Saeed Safarzada, and this man from United Arab Emirates, Mr. X100, he trying to close the gap. It's 13 seconds only. Only 13 seconds. We are counting down. It's only 3 kilometers. Then we will start again. We will start again the King of Desert Challenge. And he will not give up until the end. He will try. He will try. He will do his best. Here we go. Mr. X100 now in the right screen with 13-second gap. He will try and he will try to catch the group now. They are in front of you. What you can do now, all what you can do, you just breathe and keep breathing. Keep breathing, Mr. X100. Go, 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 go. Allah عليك. الله عليك يا مستر X100. الله عليك. ما أحلاك، ما أروعك. ما أروعك، ما أروع روح التحدي. ما أروع روح التعدي والثبات. الله 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 الله. برافو 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 برافو. والله والله بطولة. هذه بطولة بحد ذاتها، بطولة قسما بالله، تحدي كبير. هذا علي النعمة اللي يقدر يصمد. من يقدر يكون في الخلف ويقدر الجروب رايح عنه ويقدر يمسك هذا الرتم؟ والله ما يقدر. والله هذه بحد ذاتها بطولة. روح قدها قدها يا بطل، قدها 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 يا بطل. خذ نفس خذ نفس. ايوه ايوه برافو برافو برافو. انتبه على الهارت ريت 161 الان لا زال. اوه والله والله بطوله بحد ذاتها، واكررها واقولها 10 مرات. برافو يا مستر اكساندر، برافو برافو يا مستر اكساندر. تراها مو بعيد عليك الان. يعني نحن عندنا 31.9. بنبدا الاخر سيجمنت الكينج اوف ديزرت، وهذا ملك الصحراء قادم باذن الله تعالى مستر X100. يعني ما نبغى نضغط عليك، ولكن والله قدها لحد هذه اللحظه اللي قدمت بياض وي. والله بياض وي. يعني تحمل اذا جروب راح عليك باي شكل من الاشكال واستوى جاب، هذا الجاب مو بسهل انك تعوضه. مو بسهل انك انت تسكر القاب وتلصق فيهم وتلحقهم مره ثانيه. اذا 300 واط انت لازم تمشي الدبل 600 وتحس انك ما بتلحقهم لو شو يستوي، لانهم هم خلاص ماسكين بعض وانت بروحك. هذه وضعيه بصراحه، يعني انك تصمد. هاي بطوله، هذه بطوله بحد ذاتها. برافو. هذا مستر X100 الان في كل ما يقدر انه يقدمه في هذا اليوم. برافو. ونرجع مره اخرى لفينك اللي يحاول هذه للمره الثانيه. So now we just back again and it turned in English. So now Vinky just trying. This is Pablo from United Arab Emirates, UAE Clan Team 1. He just trying Pablo Popovich, and he beside Edie Val and Saeed Savarzada and Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones, he repairing himself, and big attack is going now from Saeed Savarzada one more time. One more attack. That is the second attack and strong one. He just trying. Saeed Safarzada taking the lead in front, and they are behind him. Ollie Jones, there's not. He's not moving. Ollie Jones, he just losing the wheels. Oh, he's just coming back. He's coming back. He's coming back again. What a race today. That 45K is not easy. Not easy. The main challenge, we are in a different planet. We are in a different planet. You can see all of them, they are fighting. It's big race indeed. Ollie Jones, he's just trying again. But Fink is keeping himself in front, and Philip Graves from England, this man, again, he's trying. So now Philip Graves, Saeed Savarzada, Pablo Popovich, Eddie Val, Ollie Jones, and still Eddie Val there. Eddie Val, he won one title, and happy for him. Eddie Val from Canada. He wearing now the jersey. He's 4.1. 4.1 with this man, Eddie Val from Canada. Philip Graves there. Pablo Popovich and Saeed Safarzadeh. The group now is 50 kilometers an hour. It's very speed race. Very speedy race. Now Philip Graves again and Ollie Jones. It's very hard mission for Mr. X100 now. They make it so hard. The difficulty because of the gap. If you are not staying with the group, it's not easy at all to catch them again. Like impossible mission. So now Mr. X100, he was in that situation. So now again, we just crossing the start line, the king of desert. Reducing the speed and the heart rate beat with Vink now is 136. Let's continue the race and let's see who's going to win this race. Pablo Popovich from United Arab Emirates. Again, Vink attacking. Vink in front, taking the lead. Mitch Ferry is coming from Australia with Philip Graves. And Ollie Jones, he just tracking them. So smart. Ollie Jones, so smart. Bravo. That's Mitch Ferry's here. At Ollie Jones here again. Philip Graves. Ollie Jones looking for the yellow jersey. The 45K, that main challenge title. So now Ollie Jones in good condition. Saeed Safarzadeh with Pablo Popovich and Philip Graves again. And Vink. Vink again. One more attack for Vink. One more attack. I don't know he can do it or not. I think he's trying now with 500 watts. More than 500 watts. And the speed is 49 kilometers an hour. His heart rate beat is 161. Reaching now 164. That Vink behind Vink. I can see now Philip Graves. Philip Graves and Mitch Ferry from Australia, England, and New Zealand. So Ollie Jones from New Zealand, his teammates is showing now with him. Ollie Jones and Vink. Ollie Jones and Vink from Danish Pavlova team, his teammates. That Vink again. Oh. This man today looking for the title, definitely. He just pushing now and going. And look at the speed, it's 47 kilometers an hour. It's 47 kilometers an hour right now with Vink and Ollie Jones. He's just watching them behind. So smart, Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones in a drafting situation all the time. Just repairing himself, but don't lose the wheels. Stay there. Your situation is great. That Ollie Jones. Look at him. He's just taking the lead now. Pablo Popovich side by side with Ollie Jones. Now Ollie Jones and Mitch Ferry, Eddie Val from Canada joining them. And one more attack from Michael Vink from New Zealand. Philip Graves behind him. Two riders in front. They don't want to stay in the group. They want to go as a breakaway, but it's not easy. And Ollie Jones, he will not let them go. Look at this. That Vink now. Mitch Ferry taking the lead and pulling there with Pablo Popovich. The heart rate beat is 172. All of them above the threshold points. And most of them riding in the red zone. And counting down in this moment, that 10K, it is the King of Desert title. So everyone looking for this title. So who's going to take this? Eddie Val and that Julio Origo. I can see now that group for Julio Origo and Juan Moreno. Hassan Al-Ramethi from United Arab Emirates, and from Colombia, Juan Moreno, and also from USA, Ryan Gugliano. I remember this name. It's very strong name, Ryan Gugliano. They are in the chasing group behind. And Vink, this man today, he just make everyone wondering what he's doing. What is doing this man? Attack after attack. This man Vink again. He just take a rest for maybe less than 1 minute and he's just attack. So that Mitch Ferry and Ollie Jones and Pablo Popovich with Saeed Safarzada, and still there in one group, seven riders. Seven riders in front. Pablo Popovich from UAE Clan Team 1, 44 kilometers an hour. Pablo Popovich side by side with Mitch Ferry. Mitch Ferry today, he looked great, by the way. He looked okay. Philip Graves, okay. And Eddie Val, this man is strong in sprint. But we are in a one title right now. We are moving to the checkpoints. It's the last segment of the day. 10 kilometers, the king of desert. It will be done in 41.9. We are right now, I can see that 36.4. So it's 5 kilometers is done. Half distance of that 10K is done. Almost done. And Saeed Safarzada, he looks there. Oh, what's wrong, Saeed Safarzada? What's wrong? He not catch the group. His heart rate is 158, 88 RPM. Saeed Safarzada, he just dropped from group 1. Unfortunately, yeah, with all that effort today, I think it's not easy. So now Saeed Safarzada dropped from the group. Pablo Popovich is taking the lead in front with Eddie Vale and Mitch Ferry and Ollie Jones and Philip Graves. Saeed Safarzada, he just dropped. So now we have in front this race 6 riders right now. Only 6. Mitch Ferry, Pablo Popovich, Michael Vink, Philip Graves, Eddie Vale, Ollie Jones. All the best, guys. All the best. And keep breathing. Keep breathing. And the heart rate beat for Vink today is 123 until this moment. In recover zone. That we are called it recover zone at 123 with Vink. That's why he's attacking. So now we are with 240 with Juan David Vargas. Juan David Vargas today, first time this man racing with Team NZ. Philip Graves and Mitch Ferry and Juan David Vargas. Juan David Vargas, he was with Colnago CM team. Right now, today racing with Team NZ. Team NZ from Australia, this team. Philip Graves and Mitch Ferry. And Tim Cutler, we missed Tim Cutler. Tim Cutler, he established this team with his teammates now, Mitch Ferry and Philip Graves. And Juan David Vargas racing with this team in first time today. That's Mitch Ferry here from Team NZ with a green jersey. Ollie Jones behind. Look at this, the 3 riders sides by sides. Ollie Jones and Philip Graves and Pablo Popovich. And leading by this group, leading by Mitch Ferry. Vink behind. And Eddie Val also in the tail. Right now, the only hard section of the race we started right now here. Look at them. They are standing on the saddle. Ollie Jones, he's strong in the climb and he's okay in this. He will be riding smoothly on this hill. Oh, Ollie Jones, great. By 10.1. 10.1 with Ollie Jones. Be careful, everyone. Ollie Jones, he will try to go. He will try to go and he's attacking. Oh, he's Vink. But Ollie Jones, he looks strong, by the way. He can do it. Ollie Jones, he's coming from behind. Vink taking the lead in front with Edie Vell. That's Ollie Jones in good condition today indeed. 170 heart rate beat with Vink and taking the lead now in front with Edie Vell. Mitch Ferry from Australia joining them. We are counting down now 39 kilometers done. It's almost 40k. And 40k, that does mean we are counting down on the last K to finish this section. The king of desert, Vink. This man, I think he's very near to win this section. Yes, exactly. Now he's taking the lead in front. Go, 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 Vink. Vink, it's 800 meters. Vink, it's your chance to go. But Philip Graves and Pablo Popovic, Ollie Jones just now behind the group. And he is moving. He's not looking for this title. But Eddie Vell and Mitch Ferry. Eddie Vell and Mitch Ferry and Pablo Popovic with Mitch Ferry and Vink. Vink now is 3.9, 4.9. Pablo Popovic reaching more than 5.9. We are now less than 400 meters. It is 300 meters now. It is the 10K, the king of desert title in front of you guys. Go, 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 go. Oh, it's 1 kilometer. Sorry, 1 kilometers. We are going to use the 1 kilometers, but still there is chance that 1K, maybe some change will be happening. You need more effort at least to be in the good time, the best time. Who's going to beat the best time for Eddie Vell in the last 10K? It was 13 minutes. It was 13 minutes and 14 seconds. So now, or 13 seconds. So Vink, he will try now with Eddie Vell. Eddie Vell, he's only the one taking the desert ride title today. So he's looking for the king of desert. Who's going to take this title? It's 4 riders now and 6 riders in group 1. 4, they are very near. Eddie Ver, he will try one more time. That Vinky is trying and keeping try until this moment. Number 7, that attack number 7 from Vink is helping, by the way. That attack is helping to be in good time. Eddie Vel and Pablo Popovic, Ollie Jones is just now behind them. We are now in counting down the last 400 meters. It's going to be so hard. The sprint there. Who is going to open the last sprint, the final sprint here for this checkpoints? The checkpoint, the 10K, the desert ride done. Now the king of desert about to finish. Pablo Popovic, he will open the sprint. And Mitch Ferry is trying now. All of them now side by side. Who's going to take it? Vink, where are you? You have to push right now to go. Vink, you are very near to win this. Mitch Ferry, he will try. Pablo Popovic in front and Mitch Ferry pulling. Mitch Ferry, he is crossing the line. Crossing the line, but we are looking for the best time. It's Vink. I think it's Vink because he's the one attacking 8 attacks until this moment. Bravo! The king of desert today, Michael Vink. You deserve it. You deserve it. Congratulations and well done because it was more than 8 attacks during that 10K. You deserve it. And I told you that attacks is helping. and it was helped you. So congratulations now, 13 minutes and 53 second point 569 with Danish Pavlova team rider. Michael Vink, the winner with the pole jersey, the red and white. UAE clan team 1, Pablo Popovic fighting for this team and the second position, and the third position team NZ Mitch Ferry, and the fourth position Ollie Jones. That Ollie Jones, be careful about this man, he going to take this title, the yellow jersey, he's looking for that. So now Philip Graves in the fifth position, Eddie Vell sixth position. So now 6 riders counting down, less than 3 kilometers to the finish line, and all the eyes is on Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones repairing himself, in my opinion. Ollie Jones, the only one he can do it. So be careful. It's 2 kilometers to the finish line. You need to breathe. More VO2 in this moment. The yellow jersey. The Friday Race Club main challenge winner, about 1900 meter. Who's going to take this title? Vink, congratulations. Happy for you. You did great. You deserve it. More than 8 attacks. And you take that pole jersey, the white and red. The king of desert, Michael Vink. Now 1500 meters to the finish line. Ollie Jones, this man with a strong sprint and long one. Very strong and very long sprint with Ollie Jones. Mitch Ferry strong, but not like Ollie Jones. Philip Graves, good sprint. Pablo Popovic, he's okay, but I hope he can do something because he's from United Arab Emirates and UAE clan team 1. But in fact, Philip Graves and Ollie Jones, they are very strong in sprint indeed. Eddie Vell, he won this title. He did more than 8 attacks during that 10K, the King of Desert Challenge, and that 7 segments. So now 900 meters about the final sprint. Who will open the sprint now? Who will start this? Ollie Jones. All the eyes is on you, Ollie. Ollie, you are there. I can hear you. I can hear your breath. There is attack now. It's big attack from Ollie Jones and Philip Graves. Philip Graves, he's trying, and Mitch Ferry in the last 400 meters, 600 meters. Ollie Jones, he will try. And Philip Graves and Pablo Popovic is coming now in between 2 riders. Eddie Vell trying again. But Pablo, bravo Pablo. Pablo Popovic is trying to open the sprint. Philip Graves is trying now from behind. Eddie Vell is trying now again with Vink. Ollie Jones is going now. He is moving with the 10.5. Ollie Jones in big sprint now. The final sprint. Eddie Vell is trying now to go. Eddie Vell and Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones and Eddie Vell. Eddie Vell is coming and Ollie Jones is coming from behind. Ollie Jones and all. Oh, so this is Ollie Jones. Ollie Jones or is Eddie Vell. Eddie Vell or Ollie Jones or Eddie Vell, both of them and the finish line is Eddie Vell. Congratulations. Oh, what a performance, Eddie Vell, today. The Canadian rider now, side by side with Ollie Jones. He just finished right now with the yellow jersey. The winner today, the main challenge, the Friday Race Club, with big challenge, with big sprint between 2 from Australia, from New Zealand and Canada. So look at the time. Eddie Vell, you deserve it. Eddie Vell, the winner. Look at the time. It was so close. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Ollie Jones, he was repairing himself. He was ready to win. And Philip Graves third, Mitch Ferry fourth. But look at Eddie Val and Ollie Jones side by side on the line. It's like a photo finish between them. What a performance, Eddie Val and Ollie Jones. And I was thinking that Ollie Jones, he will win this, but Eddie Val, he just came and he showed everyone he's very strong in his sprint indeed. So I will keep in my mind that man, he will be dangerous in the future. So thank you very much, everyone. It was great race today. Thank you, Mr. X100. Thank you, A Clan Team 1. Thank you, all teams joining us with Whoosh. Thank you, Mr. X100 and Ahmed Al-Taneji and Pablo Popovich. Thank you, Hassan Al-Rumethi. Thank you also Rinosh and Fadl Amin, Zaid Hamdan, Abdullah Qaisiya and Ahmed from UAE Clan Team 2 with the draft team, Saeed Safarzada. Thank you very much. You're doing great. You are now in the seventh position. You will finish right now. Thank you very much, draft team. Ryan Gugliano and Eddie Vale, the winner today, and he make it nicely and smoothly to the finish line. Thank you, Kulnago, CM team. Thank you, Julio Origo and Johan Morino, Victor Ocampo, Marvin, and Ollie Jones from Danish Pavlova, the second position of the day in the end with a great sprint. Ollie Jones, we are so proud of you. And Vink, he just today won the title. It was very high performance with very high attacks. And Knudsen, today we miss him. And Team NZ, thank you, Juan David Vargas. Thank you, Philip Graves, Mitch Ferry, and that Vink today, the king of desert. That Juan David Vargas. This man, he is great fighter. I like this man. I like Juan David Vargas from Colombia. This man, he's great fighter. He starts with the category 2, but he's keep training and he keep himself all the time, all the day in the week, day by day. He growing with Whoosh and he's become strong and racing with level 1. Thank you, Juan David Vargas. Today, first time he is racing with Team NZ and he is looking for the top team result between Danish Pavlova team and also the draft team. So now the draft team, Eddie Vale the winner, Johan Galliano behind. So Team NZ, they are now with the top 3. Congratulations from now, Vink. Thank you everyone. Thank you Rakava Deeb. Thank you, all the teams, Danish Pavlova, Team NZ, Kunago, CM Team, UAE Clan Team 2, Draft Team, and UAE Clan Team 1. Thank you, everyone, and see you next week and Friday. Goodbye.